Hello, and thank you for tuning into
stop
L2 Wargame.
Stop it.
Audio.
We have to have people stop talking.
I was listening, and you say
intro.
audio podcast. Like, they're fucking listening. They shouldn't have to be told it's an audio podcast.
It's tradition, Spence.
Maybe they could be confused. That
What if they're blind? If they're blind, they don't know that they're not seeing
We
things.
actually do upload these to the YouTube, so they might not realize that the picture... They might think the picture's just not working.
It has a picture.
But they'll know it's an audio cast if there's no video. Like, if it's just an image, like, maybe it's just frozen because I'm looking up on my phone.
You don't have to justify it.
I will kill you.
I'm assuming the people who listen to this aren't random people. Like, they're probably people who listen to podcasts. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. The two of you out there that listen to this are probably people that listen to podcasts. They're probably people who play Warmachine. Wait,
You get about 20.
20?
Yeah.
If you send us your names, we will say all of your names and say wonderful things
I
about you.
don't know if that's a good idea.
I will.
Because
Brandon will also give him a handy.
Also,
I will give you a handy on the podcast.
let me know what conventions you're going to be at, and I will come lose to you.
That's true. I mean, nobody's
I'd
ever
say play you,
challenged
but I
me to
can't
a game.
ever beat anybody.
That's true.
It was so bad.
Just tell them you lose. Oh my god. Oh, you didn't see how bad Jeremy's weekend was.
I don't know. You didn't see mine.
Jeremy
Parker,
What?
I was playing in Who's the Boss. Okay? Wonderful system. Love it.
Stop. Literally stop. We're going to do the intro and then we can talk about this.
Okay.
Everybody going to be quiet for at least like 10 seconds?
Sure.
Go.
Hello and welcome to Learn to Wargame, the audio podcast. This is Brandon, or PG Mutilus on the forums. I play Convergence.
Spence.
That's me. I'm This is Spence. I'm
We
just
don't go
Spence.
counterclockwise.
Motherfucker, I'm talking. Surprise, motherfucker, my voice is coming through.
10 seconds of quiet.
We got the 10 seconds!
Okay, back to...
No, you. Stop.
All right. This is Spence. Just Spence on the forums. I play Protector of Menoth. And I own some Scorn models.
Did you turn my mic off?
Yes, I did.
Damn it.
And I'm not allowed to do my intro because these guys won't talk, I guess. It's fine.
Keep going, Spence. He's muted.
He doesn't love me anymore. It's fine.
No, they can
Thank you.
only hear Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Spence.
Jeremy, are you on the podcast today?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to talk about Batman the Miniatures game.
What is your... I would love that. What is your... What's your handle on the forum, cheek?
Oh, I've started going by Agent.
Agent. I love that.
God damn it. You are not stealing all of our shit.
He just did.
Started going by Agent.
That was one of his City of Heroes characters. He made his character Agent, and he was a ninja.
I like
And
this.
people would invite him to their villain group and be like, yeah, look at all this stuff we have that you can access. And he just literally took everything and sold it on the black market, which was the auction house, for $1, basically. And then they called the devs on him. He's like, he stole all our stuff. And he's like, they let me have full access. And he's like, and then he like clicked your bio, and like your bio is, I am a double agent who steals things from supergroups. And he's like, yeah, I'm not giving you guys shit back. Like,
That's amazing.
And I kept him at level 1, so
Yeah.
people would be like, oh, you're new, so you want to join the super group? Sure.
You're a monster and I love you.
I just love the name.
Agent.
Yes, this is Agent.
It makes me miss role-playing. It really does. Like, making up some fucking ridiculous fucking character and getting into the game and then everybody going like, what the fuck? The whole time you're playing the game.
But no, I go by Lord Fool. I play Mercenaries.
Nice.
PHR. You
And
have
my
no
name
idea
is-
what that is. Brewers.
It's Post-Human Republic of the
Yeah.
Imperium of Man. He's like,
No. And Imperial.
Do you actually play Brewers?
I have them, and I plan on playing them, because I'm getting them painted right now.
Oh my god.
Well, then I play Vikings. I mean Norsemen.
I've seen you play them.
I also play vampires.
I am a space cowboy.
I can't tell if he's eating ice or if there's crickets.
I was honestly hoping somebody put a cricket in there after I said that.
I will put in crickets.
Thank you.
Parker, I know where you live. I will
Can
come
I
to
get
your
10
house.
seconds of silence so this motherfucker can introduce himself? Who?
Hi, my name is Parker. I don't
Hi,
go by
Parker.
anything. Thank you. I don't go by anything on any forums. I'm sure I exist
No,
on many
we've gone
forums.
over this. You go by Tweak.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah, yes, I
Don't
go
you
by
tell people
Tweak.
that.
That's what it is, I bet.
He doesn't go by
That's
that.
what I go by, I bet.
You can't pigeonhole him into being identified the way he doesn't want to be identified.
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't North Carolina. You can't just
Hey,
do whatever you
yeah.
want.
Ryan liked my message, I guess.
Oh, did he? What did he say?
I can't even
Okay.
remember.
So, back to what I was saying. AdeptiCon, fucking great shit. Loved it. All kinds of bitches. Like, bitches everywhere. Nothing but bitches.
There was no prostitutes this year, unfortunately.
You mean the chick at the Medieval Times booth was not a prostitute?
Oh my god, what she did?
I
miss
literally,
that?
I paid her for sex.
God damn it. How did I miss that?
I literally paid her for sex.
Fuck.
I mean, in that
Really?
exchange,
You had to pay her?
in that exchange, she did not have sex and did not accept my money, but I'm confident that I paid her for sex. So we played Who's the Boss, okay? Like, the only tournament
Yeah,
I
you
fucking
did.
played in the whole time. Yeah. And, Who's the Boss is apparently a miraculous, wonderful thing created by Andy. It's created.
Yes.
Created. Okay. Fuck yeah, I got something right. I just said
One,
that.
count it. One.
Yeah. Mark that today in April 2016.
I'll
Spence got
use the
something right.
Sharpie. I'll use the Sharpie.
Okay, so had this huge fucking wheel, which is great out there because on the wheel they have a little piece for every goddamn caster in the goddamn game, and they have them all lined out. There's 1.5 billion of them. So
If you don't know what Who's the Boss is, you randomize a caster for your army every round.
it's 35 points of shit, and then you get 5 Warjack or Warbeast points. You just put those in. So pretty much you take 40 points worth of models. And you don't have a leader. You pick your faction, everything's in there, and whenever you spin the big fucking wheel, you get some random person that isn't in your faction. I'm not going to go over all of them, but like literally the worst fucking combination ever happened, okay?
I don't know if that's true.
No, it is literally the worst thing I could have faced off against. So
Okay, well that might be possible.
I was running 2 Reckoners, a Redeemer, a Minimum Choir, 2 Vassals, Zealots with the Monolith Bearer, and that was about it. Like, that was pretty much my army. I was like, fuck yeah. Got some good shit, gonna push us forward to make things happen. Got hella good guns that are really independent. So if I get a caster that has any type of love, it's gonna be great. So I got Sturgis. Sturgis won. So not bad. I had fucking
I didn't
Snipe.
know you got Sturgis.
Yes, I had Snipe. I had feet. Parker, you love Sturgis.
Yeah.
So
Sturgis is fucking amazing.
I'm facing off, and I sit
Mark
down
III
against the
is gonna
guy,
be broken as shit.
and I look across table, and he has trolls. Okay. Now what he brought was pretty much runes without any rune
Oh my
shapers.
god, this was that round?
Yeah. So he had Mulg, Earthborn, and a Mauler. He had
He basically had mini runes of
Janissa.
Worm.
Yeah, he had Janissa. He had the stone, and that was his army. I'm like, okay, it's fucking trolls. It sucks. I can't really effectively shoot Mulg off the table, but I got Sturgis. I'll make something happen. This is gonna be great. And then he fucking drops Kaya 2. Now, I've only really seen Kaya 2 once or twice. I mean,
Forced Evo
Okay,
mold, brah.
Yep.
Wait, Kaya 2?
Yeah, Forced Evo and Dogpile. And Feet. It's like actually like worse than Doomy 2.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
so bad. So, okay, I'm sitting there like thinking, okay, well, I mean, I can't effectively shoot trolls off the table as long as they have stone and Janissa.
That's about 25 mold.
And, so now they're stealth, because that's a very, very big deal.
I mean, he's only armor 23 with stealth. I mean,
Yeah,
just shoot him.
yeah, I mean, I out-threat them though, right?
Does she get the puppy with it?
Yep.
Yeah, Laris is part of her caster.
So that's what I got to face off against. And I was like, now, first round, she moves up, all ballsy, has has
she's
Shadow
got
Pact
muscle.
up. Yeah, has Shadow Pact up. She's like, good to go, make some shit happen. I put Snipe on the Redeemer, like, rock him up with Battle on, just fucking launch some shots at her. Now, with 2 boosted blast damage rolls, I did 10 damage to her.
That seems unlikely.
I mean, first turn, 2 damage on
That's
well,
dice off 6.
At the bottom of 2 damage on her. Fuck yeah. 10 damage on her. That's all that happened.
And then you lost.
Yeah, she moved up behind a wall. They made another wall. I couldn't realistically get to anything, and then just trolls walked into everything I had and just killed everything. It was like,
They didn't even charge. They just walked every turn
It's
and
like,
then
I'm like,
slowly
well,
killed everything.
I can't do anything about this. It was so great. Yeah, Who's the Boss is kind of wonky. You see all kinds of great
Did
combos.
we just lose Parker?
No, we're good.
No, I'm fucking here.
You never lose Parker. He was always there beside you.
In your heart.
And when there was only one
never
set of
really lose
Yeah,
footprints,
but when Brandon throws his phone across the room, and then we might lose Parker.
when
All
there
right,
was-
so why don't you just go ahead and wrap up your Who's the Boss for AdeptiCon before we move on?
that was it. It was so fucking horrible in that one fight. everybody.
You don't want to go on about when you drew the best caster ever from Red?
No, that was round 1. I got Gareth, and I had all my shooty things. It's like, well, I don't really know. Okay, I don't really have much, but Mirage on Zealots, I thought that'd be kind of cool. I could like mini feet and then fucking Mirage out and just apparition away from things. I thought that could have been something, but really it couldn't go anywhere because I was going up against. Isn't it Ron that does all the shooting shit with Legion?
Ron's a ret caster.
No, I'm sorry, it's a ret caster.
Awesome,
yeah. No, the enemy had that, and then Legion shooting.
Yeah, it was like little 2 lists with Osian.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So as long as you got all okay,
and you died on top of 2.
I was like, this is how things work. I literally went up to Andy. I was like, have I wronged you in some way? Like, what have I done to?
He's got a little stopper
incur,
button on the wheel.
Like, what did I do
like,
to
nope,
incur the wrath of crippled systems? What did I do, Andy? I didn't mean to. It was so. And everybody there was such a good sport with my fucking crying.
You were a little bitch.
Dude, it was bad. It was like, I mean...
I was several halls away and I heard it.
Like, I mean, I was leaving behind a snail trail of fucking vaginal blood so bad. It was horrible, dude.
You had like 3 vaginas.
What does that even mean?
You had 3 vaginas. One vagina was filled with tacks. The other vagina was filled with like the Sahara Desert worth of sand.
Can the next one be bees? I really like
No, the
bees.
third one is just filled with more vaginas.
Vaginas? And in those vaginas there were bees.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was...
That's where all the bees have gone.
No. And
Where have all the bees gone?
my vagina.
In my vagina.
Alright, so that's all you want to talk about for Who's the
That was
Boss?
Who's the Boss. It was great.
Didn't you get one good round? I thought you got one good round.
I got Epic Madrick, and I was up against the Pirate Boat and Thor and the Earthbreaker, and he had... What the hell is this troll's name? I can never remember who
Rob
he is.
Longclaw?
No.
Boomhowler?
No, this is a Warlock.
Warlock Troll?
Yeah. He had Grim.
Gunbjorn?
Grim won.
Okay, Grim.
Grim won with the Earthbreaker and Thor and the Pirate Boat. And a bunch of pirate solos and shit. Now, but when you first got Madrick, Andy had already said in the errata, like they already dictated that Grim Salvation is only Trollkin warrior models, friendly Trollkin warrior models. And I mean, I was like, it's Who's the Boss? You fixed everything else in the game that's that specific? Does that not count? He's like, no, it's still just Trollkin warrior models. So I go sit down.
It probably would be super annoying.
So I went and sat
Because you're
down.
like, look at my Invincible Zealots.
Yeah, like, you mean Vindictus? So I sat down for a minute, I was like, man, that sucks. And then he came out, I was like, actually, no, it's good. It works on friendly warrior models. So I had that going for me. So that match was just kind of like just positioning, moving Zealots up and kind of jamming his stuff back. And he was more of a casual player, so it was kind of like just a fun game. Cool. Everybody else was very good, and they just stomped the fuck out of me, and it was hilarious. Like I shouldn't have touched models.
So, when we were in the pre-ramble, I was trying to tell you how bad Jeremy did on his weekend. Like, Jeremy was about to cut himself, like, he was so depressed. So, Jeremy's one of our more competitive local players. And, he played in Iron Gauntlet and Masters, and got 0 wins. And then we played in the team tournament. We actually ended up getting 2nd place in the team tournament, which just confirms the fact that he can't win a game without me helping him.
Jeremy is an incredibly good player. The thing that I really find funny, he's such a nice guy that, like, if somebody does something like it's obviously wrong or cheating, like he'll look at the table like, I mean, do you obviously? He has this look on his face like should I tell you? No.
Like, are you gonna make me say that you're a retard,
It's
or
like,
are you just gonna fix that?
You actually can't. You have to move like in a straight line. You're like, yeah, banana. And you're like, that's
Banana! I like to imagine every time someone charges me, they just yell, banana!
And then Jeremy's like, okay, I guess whatever. They'll just start, like, doing whatever. It's like, it's so funny. But Jeremy's a nice guy to play against.
I usually try to be very helpful when I, like, try to teach people the game. There's 2 people I've ever taught Warmachine to that just pushed me over the edge by being a dick. And one of them was a banana charge guy. And I was playing against trolls as Convergence. We were playing a 35-point game because he told me he knew how to play, but it became very obvious he didn't. So it became a learner game halfway through. And he's like, I'm going to charge Mulg into this guy. I was like, well, this guy's kind of in the way, so what? You probably want to charge this guy and then maybe go past him? And he's like, no, I got it. And he just picks him up, moves him over the top of my jack, and puts it behind the jack. In melee with 2 other jacks. And I'm like, sure, whatever. And I just let him do whatever he wanted for that whole turn. And the next turn, I fucking wrecked him. I was like, no more learner game, I'm done. You have officially pissed me off because you will not listen to me. And then, yeah, so I just never played him again. That was great. Back to AdeptiCon, though. Team tournament.
It was amazing.
I was trying to come up with shit for us to play for over a month, and I couldn't think of any totally awesome combos, because I only wanted to bring my Convergence. I wanted a whole few factions. So he brought his Menoth, I brought Convergence.
He being Jeremy.
He being the Jeremy.
Not this Jeremy,
Not
the
this
other Jeremy.
Jeremy Constance. I wake up in the morning, I get ready to go to the team tournament, and Spence is painting his models for Who's the Boss, because apparently he didn't have the 6 years he's been playing this game to do that. So, yeah, I said that.
2003?
You've been playing this game for 13 years.
I bought...
And you needed to paint your Vassals of Menoth.
In 2003, I bought my first battle box, and I started playing then.
No, but how long have you held your Vassals of Menoth? Because you don't play those in every fucking list.
About 2 years.
I don't believe you. I've seen you play Vassals for more than 2 years.
It's
It's like 5.
When I bought the Judicator, I bought Vassals.
Shut up.
That's true.
You're an idiot.
That's how things work. I still have never put Enliven on a Jack.
So I have my list built. I'm sitting there just dojoing basically while Spence is painting, because that's what you do at 8 in the morning. I'm still dojoing on the way to the hotel, because we had to stay at a different hotel because Spence couldn't get a room.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, you know, we got
You're
our fucking...
in charge of getting the room, that's all I'm saying.
Not only did I get a room, but I got a fucking mega suite for free. So fuck you.
I'm just saying, we had
Yeah,
to try.
they overbooked by 120%.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Someone made some problems.
They literally called me up on my drive up there and said,
By the way, you don't have a room reserved. And you're like, yeah, I do. And you're like, no, you don't.
I booked it in January, and the guy's like, well, we can get you set up in this hotel. It's like a half mile away from the hotel. I'm like, okay. So we get out there, and I see the fucking place, and oh my god, it's a fucking mega suite. Like,
It's
it
not
had
a mega suite, but it is...
Dude,
it's one of those like small apartment
it's
type
nicer
suites.
than my place.
It is nicer than your place. It's also smaller than your place.
I mean, barely.
But it's one of those hotel rooms that's meant for like week stays, where we had a full size stove, full size fridge, full size microwave. We had a sink. You had an actual kitchen, and in addition to all of that, then we had like a king bed or a queen bed and a pull out couch and everything. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, big like fucking sectional couch. It was great.
It worked out. So we're on the way to the hotel, and I still haven't built my list, and Jeremy's waiting for me to tell him what to play. Because he's like, I don't want to mess with your shit, because I don't know how Convergence works, so he's telling me what to play. And so he texts me, he's like, we have 5 minutes to turn our list, where are you? And I'm like, we are pulling into the parking lot. And so I run to the convention room, and I finish building our list in the car. And I go running into the area, I'm like, just take Krios 1 with full errands and anything else you can afford. And so he just starts writing. We only fill out one of the 2 sheets because we don't have time to get both of them filled out. Turn that in so they can check it while we copy it a second time. And we ended up I played Lucant with 3 inverters, a diffuser, and a corollary. And then he had Krios 1, Redeemer, Min Choir, Rupert, Book, full errands with UA, plus the errant Seneschal. I think that was it. I don't think he had anything else. So that was our list. The whole concept was basically we're going to put Defender's Ward on errants, and then put D-Cell on top of everything, and then have Watcher next to Krios, and Krios can't get shot because I have 6 shield guards. Round 1, we pull Jarl Durgan, ranged assassination pair. And so we got to go first. They picked one side of the table that had the hills and the forest, because they didn't want Krios standing behind a forest the entire game. But we got a trench on our side. So we put all of the errants in the trench with D-Cell and Defender's Ward, tough, no knockdown, no stationary. And then Krios just walks up behind them standing in the trench. And then I put 2 shield guards on him. And then the Lucant brick moves forward. And they literally could not kill anything. It was so amazing. Durgan feeded to try and wipe out the errants and killed 1. Yeah, so that was round 1. Because we just randomly drew an amazing matchup. Round 2, we played against Lilith 2, Kaya 2, double Shadow Pack, and we had double Purification, which was pretty awesome. And then, so we had Shield Guard D-Cell against Lilith, and against Kaya we had Watcher. So it was like, they literally couldn't do anything. It was just, we got 2 amazing matchups in the first 2 rounds. Round 3, we play against Nathan from Crippled System, and Chuck, who is Chuck. From wherever Chuck is
Side
from.
note, this is actually my first time ever actually meeting Chuck after hearing so much about him. Chuck's fucking awesome.
Chuck's pretty badass.
At no point did I feel like Chuck ever had any form of filter.
I know, right?
And Chuck and I never had an actual legitimate conversation, face to face.
He just yelled, fuck ass bag at you. You're like, I like this guy.
Well, no, I was sitting there hearing Chuck talk loudly no matter where I was at.
you can understand Chuck wherever you are.
And it's like, and the thing is, I don't feel like Chuck is speaking loudly. I feel like Chuck is just needing to be heard by all things. Holy fuck, he is.
Well, he's a
gym teacher.
Yeah, he's a gym teacher.
So he just yells all day.
That's awesome. That makes so much more sense.
I now understand. So both him and Tate really let loose at conventions, and I think that's probably because they have to be so toned down for their jobs because they're both involved in the education field. So anyway, we play against Nathan and Chuck. We have a really fun game. It comes down to basically clock, unfortunately, because both of us. They're playing Lich 1 with all Mechanothralls and Cankerworm and Arknode, and then Barnabas with a Wrestler, the stupid little guy with spiny growth. I can't remember his name. The Bull Snapper and a Spitter, and then he's got full unit Croak Raiders. I think that's pretty much it. So basically, the game comes down to clocks. So both sides are playing really quickly. We both make a couple mistakes towards the end of the game. I forget to cast D-Cell and lose a Jack to Croak Hunters. If I remember to cast D-Cell, I don't think I lose him. Nathan was playing quickly and forgot to move Cankerworm back into his friendly zone, which would have led to us controlling it for 1 point. We ended up winning on scenario, technically. Basically, they lost on clock, but we basically won on scenario because they didn't have any time left. Because they couldn't take time to contest zones. We also didn't have time to contest zones. I think combined we had under 2 minutes left on our clock at the end of the game. It was really, really tight. I wish we could have actually played it out. It would have been really close regardless. They might have ended up winning on scenario. It was one of those games we had both objectives dead on two fronts, and we had done that stupid rotate thing where we both moved to the center and then rotate. So we're basically playing, each of us had a zone completely to ourselves, and we were trying to contest it until the other person ran out of time. Then we ended up winning that round four, we played against Brad, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I want to say it's Brian, but the two guys from St. Louis.
The St. Louis crew is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They were playing Doomy 2, Thagrosh 2. Neither of them apparently knows anything about Convergence, literally any stat in the entire faction, because no one in St. Louis owns a Convergence model. So they didn't understand how Watcher worked. As they were basically about to lose Mulg on Doomy's feet turn, I explained to them how Watcher works. So instead of charging into my Jacks and dying, Mulg instead advances with, he has Rush, the Doomy's feet, and the Stone Aura on him for Stone Strength. Instead of going in on my Jacks, he walks up, kills one Errant, and refuges behind Doomshaper. Because they were pretty sure he was dead if he went anywhere else. That game came down pretty close, actually. They ended up making it pretty tight. I thought we were going to crush them. We were basically too slow getting to the scenario. So it got kind of close, but we ended up winning. Then last round, fifth round, we played against two guys. They were playing Gorshade 1 and Kruger 2. That game, unfortunately, Travis decided to put us on close quarters with Kruger 2, which is fucking stupid. If it wasn't close quarters, I think we win that game. And if Jeremy didn't take forever to roll his dice, then we also might have won that game.
I thought you guys actually kind of won that game.
There was a problem at the end of the game where the guy put up Mage Blight, and then when I went to cast a spell, he told me I couldn't cast spells with Lucant. Mage Blight doesn't affect Lucant, but I didn't actually take the time to look it up.
It's a little nuance that nobody knows. Afterwards, we were all at dinner.
The Crix player honestly should fucking know that, because most of the undead, the non-living casters are in his own faction. So he should probably know that. If it was like a Signar spell that said living models, I'll kind of let that go because you kind of take that as an assumption that's all models. But he should probably have known that, but at the time it didn't come up. I don't think he did it on purpose.
They didn't seem to be playing vindictively or trying to avoid things.
I would have. The difference is I got an inverter on Gorshade and on Kruger on the same turn. They both would have been positive charged if not. I missed Kruger twice when he had no transfers, and it would have been dice plus 7 and then a dice plus 5. He probably dies to that. I mean, I have to roll real bad if I hit him once, because the first one knocks him down. Then on Gorshade, I left Gorshade on 6 boxes. So if I was able to positive charge him or move up and have Watcher available, I think we win that game. Because we lost on scenario because I had to back up with Lucant.
It was at least an entertaining game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I thought it was really back and forth. But that was my AdeptiCon, pretty much. I lost to Lich 2, and I've decided that he is officially bullshit and needs to be nerfed.
Yeah, when I'm trying to get new people into the game, and I'm trying to explain it, because some people ask me, okay, well, who's just the best? And I know immediately who comes to mind, and I just want to say that. But then everybody I get into the game would just buy Crix. Everybody would just do that.
It's beyond that. I mean, good players can play any playstyle.
Absolutely.
But not every playstyle is for everybody. Not everyone can sit down and go, like, I'm just going to play
It's
this.
it's really hard in my head to reconcile how strong Lich 2 has been. It just is. It's just hard.
He's the weakest he's ever been by far, and he's still extremely powerful.
Even like, the fluff part of me is like, I like the fact that he's supposed to be a big bad guy and he is strong. Because when big bad guys aren't strong, Magnus, it really, really just disappoints me. I love Magnus. You know I love Magnus. Jeremy's giving me
Bad
his look.
guy?
He's a bad guy.
How?
From the point of view of Signar, he's a bad guy.
Parker, you still here?
Oh, I forgot about Parker.
Parker.
How can you forget about Parker?
I'm here. I'm
I
shit.
was like,
I have actually been talking to you guys for a while, and I just thought you were ignoring me like usual. But it turns out,
I have never
Your
in
mic
my
was
life ignored
muted?
Parker.
yeah, my mic is muted.
good fucking job.
You know why I was muted though, right? You know why?
Because you were fucking eating ice!
Because I was eating lots and lots of ice.
Fucking asshole.
I was
So,
eating all the ice.
Jeremy, what did you do at Adepticon?
I played a shitload of board games.
I played a board game where I was a samurai that turned into a pig.
Yeah, I was the tiger.
Boar, sir.
I'm pretty sure I won that game.
No!
I did.
You killed us!
I was totally hammered. I was a good 8 mojitos in at that point.
They had slap bracelets this year.
They have slap bracelets all the time.
Yeah.
You shut up.
Okay.
Parker, what'd you do at Adepticon?
Oh.
I didn't go to Adepticon. I don't go to Adepticon.
What was your first fail in this situation?
I don't go anywhere except here.
Parker is a lie. So,
That's not true. You went to Denver last year.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
What?
I think most people who go to Denver think it's a mistake.
Nothing against the tournament. The tournament was the folks and everything was fine. As it turns out, I can only do so many things in my life, and that's not one of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have a limited amount of credits, and I must use them for good, not evil.
Good, not evil.
Yes.
Actually,
good.
Parker, I'm really hitting a weird spot right now in the game. Here's
Actually,
someone
yeah.
fresh to talk to. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I own pretty much everything for the 2 factions that I like, and I don't like anything else in the game. I keep saying, I should pick up another faction. I mean, I don't play really, ever, but I just want to own another faction, and I have no idea where to go. I have no clue. Like, every time I think about picking up, I look at another faction, I'm like, it's not... I can't torture elephants, and I also can't light things on fire, so what's the point? Like, I need self-mutilation and fire, otherwise there's no point in playing the faction.
In that order.
I mean, not
man.
necessarily that order, but I mean, some variation of those 2 things.
So, Celibate?
I've thought about it. The only problem is, though, you have to use mercenary units to actually really effectively use them. Also,
Just
I
one
hate
unit.
drudges. I hate drudges.
Yeah, fair enough.
Monstrosities look like shit. Drudges look like shit. So it's like, I'm just in a weird spot where I don't know. I mean, I have been tempted to play a different game just to get something I like, because I hate all the other factions.
Guild Ball?
That which will not be named.
What?
I can't speak to that. I'm exactly the opposite. The only reason I'm still playing this game right now is how much I love the factions.
All of them? Like, I just hate so many of the factions.
I don't know how you could hate things. I hate Missouri. I don't know how I could hate a faction in this game. Like, what draws you to hate something in this game?
Are you just talking about the strength of the word hate? Is that what you're doing right now?
Right, yeah. Like how could you?
Why do you have
really?
these?
To give to you.
I'll play them.
For money.
Oh. So, I mean, okay, hate. Things I dislike. Whenever I get into Menoth, for example, even the models that I don't like, I like. Like, I even said on the forums today, like, a guy was curious as to what he needs to buy because of the big changes coming up, and he's all like, I just don't want to buy things that aren't going to be, what's a safe buy? I mean, that doesn't really exist right now, but I said, just read what you think, read about the fluff behind them, and then buy what that is. Like, I bought Resident 2 because I love the idea of that big wrecking ball of hate and execution. I don't care how bad or good he is. That's why I'm like that about the factions. If I get to Trolls, I really don't like the derpy, goofy, comic, Disney movie goofiness of them. I can't get behind that. When it comes to Circle, I cannot get dirty hippie out of my head. It's hard for me to like 9/10 of what they have.
It's interesting because so you're saying like you can't get into certain factions because they have like of one aspect of them that you just can't reconcile.
It's not one aspect of them. It's just like that's the big poignant part of it that jumps out at me. And getting past that, then I have to find something that really grabs my attention. And, I mean, I could probably find something in most factions that I like, but it's not enough to counterbalance the things I dislike. Like, for example, okay, if I had to pick something in Circle that I really, really, really liked, I like werewolves.
This is exactly what I was going to say. I love werewolves.
Team Jacob all the way. I mean, I'm a huge fan of werewolves, but it's like, I mean, if I could just play werewolves, I could be like, yeah, I'm playing werewolves, but then, like, I'd have to buy other things eventually, and I'd be really mad about that. Signar, we talked about. Well, that's kind of how I am with a lot of them. Like, okay, with Signar, like, okay, gun mages. I can even get past the shitty 3-point hats. I can get past that.
I actually like 3-point hats.
I cannot. I don't
like the concept of I'm a mage that uses a pistol, so I'm super amazing.
I can get behind that. Watching Matrix Equilibrium, fucking crazy action heroes, I'm okay with that. But the hat pisses me off. Okay, that annoys me. But I can get past it, and then I get to the rest of the aesthetics of the army not following with the main aesthetic that I see. It's like, okay, so electricity, knights, high tech stuff. Pony Express, Gun Mage, tech-savvy steampunk stuff. It's like, what?
But there's actually, in this game, there's just different factions of aesthetic in the same faction. I guess that was a bad word to use. But, so like in Khador, there's a super heavy high armor stuff. Then you have the Assassins, and then you've got like the Winter Guard, which are just state troops. So you've got like the three different aspects all separated within.
But it's like, I get into the factions like that, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go from it. And so whenever they come out with, like, new faction, I'm like, what is this? Like, okay, Cephalix, I was all behind that. And then I saw, like, Drudges, I'm like...
Well, I mean, they do have Drudges.
I know they do. If I want a bunch of mildly autistic-looking, like, like shaved monkeys with, like submersible helmets on, I'd kill myself.
Oh, sir, you can't call them that.
Okay, they're not
That's
monkeys.
That's their word.
I didn't like that. Like, I really wanted to get behind. Okay,
yeah, I just haven't been able to get into the aesthetic of them.
That's what gets me.
They look interesting to play, like especially the monstrosities, but just the aesthetic. It's just
I like their casters. I like the idea behind mind controlling this. I like every bit of that. But then I get to the Drudges, I'm like, that's what you made. Okay, got it. So they're zombies. Like. They're zombies wearing scuba helmets. Okay, that's whatever.
I mean, they're the common sense parts of zombies, but they're not zombies, but right.
I mean, the whole idea of making them an entire faction is just kind of odd.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, I know. They're a very, very small cult. Even smaller than Convergence.
Whenever something new comes out, I always think really hard about picking it up, but then I start getting into it, and I'm like, Convergence, I can't get behind. Like, it's something about the
reason I got so hard in on Convergence is they're exactly my playstyle. Like, I like the super bricky attrition play grind. And that's what I always lean towards every time I go into a faction. Like, I go into Khador, and Parker plays them super blitzy, and I play the super slow grind. That's just what I do usually, unless I'm playing some kind of gimmick. And, like, I'll play 3 units of freaking Black Dragons and just walk at you like, oh, I killed 2 guys, go ahead. Like, I'll do that, but... And it's just Convergence just plays that way.
What I absolutely love about Convergence is in the fluff, they're screwing over Circle.
I know, I love that so much. I played against Merle last week, and he's playing his like stupid Grail or whatever. He's like, yeah, and he was telling his friend, he's training his friend in, and he's like, see, we both really care about ley lines. I was like, yeah, but yours aren't 90 degrees, so I'm gonna just turn all of your ley lines. And he's like, no.
I honestly feel like I've not mentioned a Hordes faction. I feel like I'm letting one.
Are you talking about you want to play a new faction?
Yeah, I'm talking about like the issue I'm running into right now is
Did you care more about aesthetic than gameplay?
We both know that's true.
That's what I'm asking. So you're more concerned with aesthetic.
I will not play if it's something I don't like. Like, you've seen the Scorn I own. How much have I invested in Fist, and how much I invested in anything else? I don't have a painted Makeda 2. I don't own Hexeris 2. I don't.
Why don't you just finish the factions you own?
Because I don't want to play certain things. I own pretty much everything. I could spend a week and buy the rest of it, and I'd be done. But I don't really care to. I'm looking for something more interesting. Okay, when I'm sitting down to build a Menoth army, do you know how frustrating it is? Like, because I'm sitting there even trying to think, okay, well, I got Errants, Zealots, TFG. Which one do I want to take? It's like,
That's how I got to with Khador. It's like, which of the 3 lists that I know are good in Khador do I want to build?
Okay, picking up new models, that makes me interested. That's like getting the new Severia sculpt, getting the new Avatar sculpt. definitely going to put them on the table. Really looking forward to having those two on the table. I'm like, okay, what else would I take? Well, Errants are really good with him, so I'll probably put him on the table with him. So Errants, and then I'll have the book, and I can just start doing things. And that's what I'm looking forward to. That gets having the new stuff makes me really want to get back into it. Whereas if I'm like, okay, well, once again, last night I sat down with a girlfriend, and she wanted to know the basic rules of the game. So whenever she saw it, she kind of understood what was going on instead of like, she saw us like 6-year-olds bashing the models together. That's what she figured it was.
Just give her
So she wanted to learn to wargame?
She wanted to L2 Wargame. Interesting. So we sat down and I went through a battle box game with her real quick. But the thing is, I own Scorn. Yeah, and I'm not going to show her Hordes versus Warmachine. So I had 2 Men Off battle boxes, which is actually shocking how many Men Off battle boxes I have put together, painted, and done.
That night just gave you one.
Yeah, you just gave me another one. So I sat them down and I'm going through, I'm like, in my head, despite spending time with somebody who I care about and doing something that I enjoy doing, I wanted to kill myself because it's like...
There's 2 things. Either this might not work or this isn't working.
It's like it's Lamentation. It's Defender's War. It's like I've seen these spells 1.5 billion times. It's not that they're not good. It's that I've seen it 1 billion times. So I've been looking every time something new comes out.
So instead of going to the game store to teach her how to play, you played at your house.
Yes. I wasn't feeling good. Oh, shut up.
I understand. I mean, I wouldn't want to carry on that much weight in my vagina because sand is heavy.
Sand is very heavy. So then it goes, like I said, I told Parker, like, I wanted his opinion on the idea of, like, how do you get out of a faction? How do you, when you look at another faction, what brings you to that? Why do you like that?
Did you take the quiz?
Yeah.
That's
What
true.
did it say, Mina?
Shut up. Yes, because
You have to take it with goggles on. You really do.
I took it with Men Off.
Yeah. You can't do it with any pretense. Like, you have to actually just answer the questions.
Do you really want to use big, bloodthirsty beasts, or do you want to use giant steam-powered robots? I don't both.
The right kind of question you should be asking yourself is, like, do you want to... I think there are probably 3 categories. Do you want to win at any costs, which is just play cricks or like some of the top circle or trolls, right? Just like win, just like I want to win almost all the time. So if that's what you're interested in, like go do that. If you're interested in playing something that is aesthetically pleasing, I think you're stuck with what you got now. Congratulations. You effectively boxed yourself into loving one thing. Or if you want to go find and explore something that you're good at playing. One of the things that like Brandon has talked about, is that I play like Blitzy Khador, and you don't have to play that way. Sorry, Khador, whatever the fuck it is. So you don't have to play that way. But I found that when I play this game, I love to throw models across the field as quickly as bullets go across the field. Like I just really enjoy that, and I find I have some acumen at it. So whenever I started playing Khador for the first time, I realized like, oh shit, this faction does what I want to do. It's not like aesthetically my favorite thing. It's not like the fluff or character. It's maybe not the best thing in the game to do what I want to do because it's so easily controlled and people just go like, oh, he's just going to throw models at me, so I'll do this to make sure he doesn't. So it's not the best way to win the game, but it's the way I like to play the game the most. I also like to do things like I always try to use my Warcaster, like I use them. Like if they have a hand cannon, they're shooting their goddamn hand cannon. It's a goddamn hand cannon. They're boosting that shit. I found out when I started to play the game, there are certain things that I was doing all the time. So that's like the 3rd category is you can find a faction or a play style that helps you do what you like to do in the game. When I watch you play Menoth and Scorn, I don't think you dip into that category really at all. I think you just go for what you find aesthetically pleasing. You put it down in front of you and you're like, this is what it should be. Like, and then you're ready to just throw them at your opponent, and you don't care what happens.
So I agree with what Parker's saying. Is there are those 3 ways basically to play. I do want to say you don't have to pick one because I know right. I was in that like for a long time. I played Khador and I refused to buy mercenary models because I played Khador and I was like a faction purist or whatever. And that's because I wanted to play Khador. Like I liked the idea of Khador doing what they did, and I just realized one day is like that doesn't mean I don't have to do that all the time. So basically when I'm
right.
like trying to win games, like I want to go to a tournament and I want to do well, I will take whatever I want or what I need to, and then when I play on like League Night or whatever, I'll play my fluffy lists and the ones I like. Like I'll play Karchev Butcher 2 or something when realistically I think like I need to play like Sorsha 1 and Butcher 3 or something.
Well, I see what you mean, Parker, and I know I definitely have the the benefit up going for me, because I was, okay, here, kind of tailgate onto that before I get back to you, Parker. I read sometimes like, well, what model should I buy next? I see that and like on threads, and people are like, they're curious as to what to get next. I know we were even talking about possibly having an episode where we're like, well, what should you get? Just buy your damn faction. Like, buy it all, and then you could just play whatever you want. And I could do that. The thing is, I just got to figure out what I want. So I have that opportunity. But Parker mentioned something that kind of strikes true. I do just play what I think I like the aesthetic of, and I don't think I put any poignant effort into what I really should be playing in order to be more effective, which is weird. I don't even know how to. I honestly at a loss of honestly saying I can come up with a theory of how to do it based on what I think I may have to do, but I can't actually say it.
So what I'm hearing is more exemplars.
Yeah, I think I should just buy more knights.
Yeah.
How about instead of buying models all the time, those things that you care so much about, the aesthetics you love so much, why don't you get those armies painted?
That's probably true as well.
Or do both.
Okay, so
How about you make a resolution to make 2 lists in both factions and not to buy anything new until you get them painted?
that's easy enough.
Like, that's an hour. Like, I don't know if you've seen Spence's Meoth scheme or my convergence scheme, but mine takes longer than his, which is sad.
I mean, shut up. So
Parker, we cut you off. Would you like to continue?
I think I made my point, which is just I feel like it takes a lot of reflection to like figure out what you're doing in the game and what you want to do in the game and what you probably do best in the game, and then making decisions based on that. And also, it just takes a lot of fucking like play. Like you guys tell me constantly, you'll tell me all the fucking time, don't play Signar, just fucking stop. Every time I do, I lose because I want to play balls deep with my casters, and that's not how Signar plays. When I bring a Kador caster or a Krix caster to a tournament, I automatically do better because they can just wade into battle like they can. It took a lot of play and a lot of like losing at tournaments to figure that out. If you're not having those conversations kind of with yourself, if you're not having the moments where you stop and consider like, hey, okay, so I lost, but why exactly? Is it because I'm playing something aesthetic, or is it because the way I want to play is not the way I can play, if that makes sense?
Or you need to find a way to make your army work the way you need it to work.
Right.
So just play Karchev. He's hard to kill, right?
So my thought is then this, it goes to the resolution thing, maybe, okay, when Parker was just talking there, one thing occurred to me. Can't really point out what I'm good at in the game, and I can't do that, not because I'm not good at reflecting or paying attention to it, it's because I don't play the game. Which
Sure.
Brandon bitches about all the time. Brandon's the one that's consistently trying to get me to play, and I consistently find excuses not
I'm
to.
supposed to get people to play.
Yeah. You hear that? Will Hungerford, you got a press gang, you're trying to get people to play the
Well,
fucking game.
Hungerford's not the quartermaster.
Don't you tell me what Will Hungerford is and is not, okay?
Hey, he reports to Kim.
What, someone reports to Kim?
Not Brandon.
What does Kim do?
Yes, you do.
Call Kim.
Shut up.
Call Kim.
I have to dig Kim's ass out of hot water.
Lifeguard. So,
I'm just going to say the amount of times I've had to talk to a Hungerford on the phone as a situation occurred is way higher than it needs to fucking be.
so I guess it's going to be that. And it goes back to... There was actually a period there where I was doing okay, and I was sitting down and I was playing... Okay, do you remember...
Like a solid 2 weeks you played.
I mean, maybe. A week and a half. So, remember the Harvey game with Jason?
I definitely remember that game.
When we did the Harvey list, and I was solidly playing that list a lot, and then once I fell off that bandwagon, I stopped playing anything that was remotely anything. I did a little bit of Feor 2 once in a while, and Feor 2 is kind of just like my, I think I might want to try and win this game because it's Feor 2. I don't know, I'll probably put Harvey back on the table and see what I can do with her. I'll probably, actually, you know what I'll do? Is my next thing? I'm gonna get a unit of Hammer Dwarves and put them together, and paint them to go with her, because I've always wanted to do that.
Hammer Dwarves are good.
I wouldn't know.
You have to play a lot of games before you start seeing like your pattern of play, how it is that you, what the kind of things, and usually it's the way you're losing, because when it goes right, you don't learn very much, because you're just like, when you lose, you're like, and here's the thing, as long as you're playing, I love your goofy stuff that you love to play, as long as you're playing the goofy stuff, you can lose what you could have learned. He had that thing that just kills 1,000 models, so I lost because of that, not because of anything I play like, I guess, if that makes sense.
You don't have to take responsibility for your losses because your list lost, you didn't lose.
Right.
Well, like you were saying, like you don't know what you do well. I think that you have a very good concept of threat prioritization. You know what you need to deal with. You might not necessarily always be able to deal with it, which is part of your list, but you know what's going to be the problem. Like, you know what of your opponent's army you're scared of. Like, I never see you get surprised by anything, which is good.
I try and know what all the models do. There are some things that I don't understand when people talk about them, and that's something that really blows me away. You should know what the models do. I stress whenever I teach people the game, it's an open information game. There should be no surprises. There's going to be gotchas, like we were talking about countercharge and how, I mean, it happens, even in highest end games. I mean, okay, Tom Guan got countercharged. And I'm going to say this.
He was literally in between two jacks that were 8 inches apart that both had countercharge. To be fair.
But it's the legendary Tom Guan.
That's true.
Guan with the wind.
Guan with the wind. Guan in 60 seconds.
I'm just saying.
I've seen him lose to some surprising things.
I killed him with Sorcerer too.
That's not possible. He's Tom Guan. Tom Guan has never lost a game.
I think that's actually true.
Except for the penultimate Jason won. The fact is, actually, I'm going to bitch at you about this, motherfucker. I see you playing Convergence, and I see Jason playing Convergence now. He used to play Scorn. That mattered to me. I got to see someone play...
Oh, you're sad that he plays Convergence now?
I wanted to see more Scorn. Dick.
His Scorn does look nice.
He was playing Scorn at Warmachine Weekend?
He's switched back to Scorn a
He
few
was.
times. I haven't seen him go back to Mina. I've seen him to go to Scorn a couple times. I'm just saying. He liked my list.
You like your list.
That Axis Tier 4 is stupid. I can guarantee that will not be a Mark III thing.
So we're going to step over and do that now?
No, I'm just saying.
So, okay, let's realize...
Wild
This
speculation.
will probably come out after the Mark III episode. So, yeah. I figure we'll do... I mean, we just start talking about AdeptiCon.
Just put them both out. Just put them both out there. There's no reason not to put them... Because the thing is, if we wait too long on the speculation episode...
That's why I was saying that needs to come out next.
No,
and
it
this
doesn't.
can come out after.
There's a ton of those out right now. Everybody's listening to them. They'll listen to them all. This one will come out afterwards. I'm like, oh, I haven't heard this one yet.
Why do we want to be like every other podcast this week? What do you think Crippled System is going to do on Sunday?
All right.
Just release them both.
Just covering the basics for our listeners. We have been absent for a little bit. It's because it was the off season for Warmachine, and a lot of people had very low energy about the game, mainly because Spence is a queer. And Max was playing The Division or fucking Rift or whatever the fuck he was playing. Parker died.
Wasn't there Counter-Strike?
I've never
Parker
died.
has
I
never
just
died.
anyway.
Okay, he was always there with you. And there was only one set of footprints. It's because he was getting a soda.
In our hearts.
And he was
On the road.
Probably Oreo.
I know there was a road involved.
There was a road.
Let's not forget about the massive amount of hooker and blow.
That's my life.
Parker, I did not know that you were allowed to do hookers and blow at your job.
Not at the same time.
You have to, you schedule.
I'm going to throw this out there.
It's about pace.
Knowing what Parker does for a living, I'm coming to work with you.
Phrasing?
Phrasing?
Are we not doing that anymore?
Phrasing.
Shut up, Parker!
Jeez.
No, man.
Jeez.
Okay, well, also, I think, side note, Jeremy, cut this out, because we need to cut this out. This is actually, we need to say
Lance,
something
cut
about
this out.
Lance?
Lance is still our editor, right?
Wait, where's Lance? I've not
send
seen
all
Lance.
these to Lance and he sends them back
Lance
to you?
is playing Guild Ball now.
What a fucking
We're not saying
piece
that on air.
of human
Yes, we are.
We can't say that on air. That derails from the game that we need to be talking about.
What?
Almost everything about Guild Ball, and I've watched several videos of it being played, despite the fact that I have to hear people with foreign accents say it, and you know how much I hate everything. But it's,
Just don't call
it
them
looks
limeys.
really awesome. Problem is, I have to keep, because I almost bought it. Like, we were at that booth how many times at AdeptiCon?
Twice.
Like, no, you were in it twice. I was
He
there, like,
probably there like
I
6
actually bought
times.
dice. I was like,
No, I was there when you bought the dice.
I was
That
like
the second
really
time.
into like the idea of playing this game. I want to so badly. Problem I'm running into though is I don't spend enough time playing the one game I've already invested all this money in.
3 weeks ago, you made a vow that you're going to show up at both game nights every week, and I've seen you once since then.
Once.
Brandon, how are we going to get Tate on ever again?
I know. Well, Tate's just going to come on to be Tate.
Am I
I'll call
currently
him right
not,
now.
Am I currently not Tate?
Parker, are you still with us?
I'm here.
No, you're too likable.
Parker wants to play Guild Ball.
Shut up, Parker.
Let's find a way to wrap this and then start the
Shut
episode
up.
about the
Shut up.
I can't stay all night.
Okay.
And we got to use Parker. Parker's very important.
It's only 9:30. We're making
I know.
great time.
I've been late to work every day. Okay, so I understand what you're saying and I agree with you. So
I have to get up early in the morning and go to Omaha.
come play me in
Right.
Warmachine.
I'm just worried that it's...
I want to play you in Warmachine.
Yeah, so
I keep showing up. You never did.
I know. No, he showed up at the game night and played yesterday.
you brought miniatures?
Yeah.
You played?
No, he showed up and it was like, I'm ready to play. Like, he was the first one there with minis out, ready to go.
What the hell
Where
happened?
the fuck were you
When
at?
did that happen?
Last night.
He played the first guy that came in.
That's okay.
Exactly. And you're at home fucking crying yourself to sleep.
That's pretty much
He
it.
was probably working at that time.
I'm usually working.
Because that was about 4:30.
If you're listening, make me play a game.
Also, if you're near the Kansas City area, I recommend Boulevard Brewing Company.
Shut the fuck
They're
up.
delicious.
Do we have any announcements, Brandon?
Yes. Carl was correct. 80 Acre is delicious.
No, about events or something in the Kansas City area.
Oh, yes. On April 23rd, we are running a Highlander event at the Geekery, which is the newest game store in Kansas City. I believe that Highlander is going to be a point level event, which means you will pick a number of points before the event is set, and someone might know what those points are.
I think it's
I'm
35.
totally not scavenging on my phone to figure out how many points that is.
Wow, way to be.
35-point Highlander event at the Geekery.
What city is that in?
That is in Shawnee, Kansas, which is part of the greater Kansas City area. It is just off of 435 and I-35, which are two major highways in the city. If you're interested in coming, it's going to be a mostly casual event. It's just a Highlander. We will be running it. It starts at 12 p.m., which is noon, I hope.
It is noon.
Sweet. So
12
basically,
a.m., yeah.
that's just our casual event for the month. We're going to try and alternate between stores in the area that actually promote Warmachine. Most importantly, on the 7th of May is going to be one of our Kansas City Masters events. If you can hear this and can make it to that event, you should come. We're going to have lots of people. Pretty much everyone from the Arkansas meta is going to be coming up, and I believe most of the people from the Omaha meta, from what I'm being told, are going to come down. We should have over 20 people. We're doing our best to increase the prize support for the event. The top 3 that place from the event are going to be invited to the Kansas City Masters Invitational Tournament, which will be held later this summer. So come to that. It's going to be a good time. Hang out with us. It's going to be great. Other events we're going to, if you somehow get a hold of this episode before the 16th of April, which is in 2.5 hours to our recording time. I don't know how Jeremy's going to make that work, but he will.
Get it, Jake!
Hookers and below, Brandon.
We will be at
Hookers
the
and below.
Omaha qualifier.
And yes,
on
I
the
hired
16th.
hookers to edit this.
Oh my
That's
god.
Well, I'm doing the blow. I mean, come on.
You got to pick one. Parker told us that. So anyway, we'll be at the Omaha qualifier. On the 30th of April, we are traveling to the Arkansas Point Series event, which is 30th of April. I think it's in Shiloh, Arkansas, is technically where it's at. And then we might be going to the Oklahoma City Points event, which, no, I'm being told we're not going to that because
I'm not.
Go fuck them. But they are running a point series. You should probably go
Maybe
if you live in Oklahoma City. I told people about it.
I think that we should fold this into a,
8 pieces.
no, into the next topic. We should get into it and just do one big one.
No, I think we're done. That's the end of the episode.
The end.
Goodbye.
All right, start new.
Oh wait.
Any other events? In,
No,
say,
we have more. We have more stuff. Hold on. Pandering, reoccurring topics that are totally not plugged in here. The Sheely scale of fail. Is there anything we want to rate this week on the Sheely scale of fail?
Mark
It's
II.
Proxy Jake. Mark II. I give Mark II 7 out of 8 pizza rolls.
Okay, we're gonna move on from that because we don't have Jake here for the Sheely scale.
All right,
fail.
fine. We'll
Oh,
skip.
okay, then we can add Jake to the scale because he's not here.
Jake is
he
a
gets
0 on the Sheely
Is
scale
it
of
bad
fail.
that people actually don't know that the Sheely scale of fail goes in both directions? Like it does.
It's like a negative 11.
If you're really high on the scale of fail, are you failing more or are you failing less?
It doesn't matter. It just fail either
Yes.
way.
It's attached itself to
All
the
right, so
scale.
that was segment 1. Segment 2. How many 14-year-olds did you meet in air quotes this week, Spence? It's on the paper.
Do I have to legally state this?
I think there's a number. All right, fine.
No.
Moving on, because me and Jeremy never answer this question. Topic number 3, why Crix is bullshit this week. I have a story for this. I was playing AdeptiCon against Lich 2. I was playing Axis Theme, Tier 4. Actually, Tier 3, sorry. I had Lich down to 7 other models, excluding his caster. I had my caster behind a building and died. He got 2 Bane Knights to me, rolled hard 8s to hit, and rolled 17s on both damage rolls to kill me exactly.
That would actually rate really high on the Sheely scale of fail, except for that's Lich too. So that's a 0. That is a 0 on the scale of fail.
Lich is terrible for the game. Anyway, moving on.
So this is,
what are you
we're at part
playing
2
this
officially.
week? What?
Are we at part 2 officially?
No, we're still doing part
He's
1.
rambling right now.
Stop it. All right.
What? We got the Rambler on?
Parker, what are you playing this week?
Are you serious?
Yes.
I love my Prime Nemo list right now. I've fallen in love with it. It's beautiful in its simplicity, and it works really, really well.
Yeah, P Numa's pretty good. Yeah.
You roughly, you don't have to go through the entire list, but just roughly tell us what vaguely is in it.
I have curiously arrived to a bunch of just storm shit, curiously.
Shocking.
Isn't it weird?
Is there an electrical theme to anything in your army?
Yeah. It is Nemo, of course, with Silas, Lancer, Dynamo, and Old Rowdy, because the combination of Dynamo and Old Rowdy basically lets you throw either Dynamo or Old Rowdy at anything in the game, and it just fucking dies. It's wonderful. Then it's Journeyman, basically to throw an Arcane Shield. I hate doing that, but he's actually one of the only supports in the list, if you don't count the Tactical Arcanist Corps. And then it's actually Stormblade Captain to support a unit of Silverline Stormguard and the Storm Lances. I really, really like it. It's simple, but I love it. It's funny. It took me this long to figure it out. That's what I don't like about it. After I got done building it, I was just like, God damn it! Can't believe it took me this long to figure this shit out.
Dynamo did just come out like 6 months ago.
That's true. Actually, Dynamo does.
It's been out
actually
over a
do
year.
something.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so
That's what's in Parker's Nemo list.
the lesson behind that is pretty easy to just take from, like, sum it up, make it really quick. Sometimes the simplest things are already there, and just using them effectively is going to matter.
Spence, what are you playing this week? This is hypothetical because you didn't play any games because you're a bitch, but
Currently, I'm really looking forward to playing 71.
Okay.
That's my goal right now.
Jeremy, what did you play this week?
P Magnus.
What was in your P Magnus list?
Steelhead Rifleman?
Nice.
Like a fucking
Tearing
boss.
it up.
What?
Please tell me Terran's in there.
I can't take Terran. She's not Poor Star.
If she was in there, she'd be tearing it up.
Well, yeah, she shoots the hell out of things.
Like Steelhead Rifleman.
So what else is in your list?
Let's see here. 2 Nomads, Mangler, Renegade, Jack Marshalled, Vanguard, and Talon on Rugger Shaw.
Any other solos? I think you got Orin in there, don't you?
Typically, I have Orin in my other list, but I'm painting Piper right now. So
Gotcha. This week I played Lucant. Instead of taking my normal Lucant list, which is mostly a Jack Brick protected by some infantry, I just threw some random shit together because I want to play more infantry-based Lucant with a battle engine. Because it's always fun to play him outside of a super brick because you actually get to do stuff. So I took the battle engine, full unit of obstructors, full unit of reductors, full unit of eradicators, 2 Enigma Foundries, 1 inverter, 1 diffuser, the corollary, and a unit of mechanics. And it was fun. It's a little bit more, I don't know, mobile, I guess, or it spreads out more than my normal Lucant list, which bricks up pretty hard. So it was fun. All right, and that ends our weekly topics. Thank you for tuning in to
a brand new segment of Weekly Topics.
Yeah, we're doing that now.
You realize if we record,
It's a thing! Shut up!
if we record 2 episodes in a row,
Fuck you,
weekly
Spence!
topics don't work.
Can we keep going for 10 minutes? That way we have a solid hour and a half. No?
No.
Okay.
Well, you're going to edit out some of it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's just
No,
add in.
I'm not.
No, you just add music to the end.
Oh, we have
Oh,
to-
wait, I gotta add crickets.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Jeopardy theme to that one time when someone was talking about something.
Okay.
I'm running out of space for my empties.
Okay, so episode
Okay,
2.
Time for Brandon's intervention.
Go.
What's
episode
that?
Brandon, I think you have a problem.
We have a
I'm
big
not taking the hat off.
we have a big topic to come across, and
I don't see it.
we're going to get there now. Parker, are you with me?
I got 8 more in here.
Solidarity
Okay.
to our next topic, right?
What?
It's not next topic, it's a different episode.
Different episode, though. That's the next thing. We need to talk about
So
it now.
let's do sign out.
Sign outs. Parker,
Yep,
you go
sign out.
last.
Done.
This has been Spence.
This has been Spence.
And I have been Spence.
Parker, you're next.
I am also Spence.
Goodbye.
Whatever happened to Age of Egos?
Max isn't here, you idiot. We're live.
No, we're not live.
God damn it.
I am live.
When are we going to be live?
Do you want to stream this?
Can
'Cause
we
we can
not?
do that.
I really
mean-
don't like streaming unless I know what people are saying because there's no fucking point in it. Like, if no one's listening, then we're not really streaming, we're just recording.
That's kind of true. We can start recording next time.
We've had the advanced maneuver guy on.
Who?
What? When did that happen?
Kodar?
Which, by the way, we've had the same guy recognize us at all these conventions. That dude needs honorable mention. Like, we need to
He
get him on
does.
Skype.
I
and,
am
like,
going to give him a compliment after I blow him up.
and
Because I'm not saying every geek or nerd or gamer is socially acceptable, but he came up to me without me knowing who he was. What are you doing?
That's first.
Okay. He came up to me. I didn't know who he was. He's like, "Hey, I know who you are," and so I know how this conversation goes. Like, okay, and I was like, "Who else did you recognize?" Or no, he says, "I'm a serial recognizer." It's just like, you should not say that to people because
When you
that
don't
word
know who
doesn't
they
mean
are.
what you think it means. But it was pretty cool. We talked for a little bit.
he's a pretty cool dude. Now, I think it's sad that both of us have met him now and don't know his name. I am sorry.
I don't know most people's names though, to be fair.
I know Austin's name. I don't know how to say his last name, but he was at Warmachine weekend, and the dude was cool as shit.
Was he the guy that tried to talk to me during the Invitational?
I don't pay attention to who talks to you. No,
I was
Austin's
like,
the guy that wants a shirt. Austin's the guy that wanted a shirt. He wants an L2 Wargame shirt, and he's giving me so much shit about it that he hasn't gotten one yet.
Why didn't you give him your shirt?
Because I was wearing my shirt.
I have never seen that stop you before.
Yeah.
He doesn't have breasts. I'm confident he doesn't. I didn't ask or check, but I was.
I'm pretty sure you checked.
It could be a chick.
Now we're just getting to the area where someone's going to call me the fact that I don't give a fuck. Takes up space, will fuck. I mean, that's me. So, pre-ramble time. We're rambling about
Shut up.
things.
Oop.
Hey, we're going to have Parker, right?
No.
Promise me we're going to have Parker. This is because James was off yelling about something.
And he'll never die.
Probably. He's
He'll
in
be in our
hearts.
hearts
Shut up.
on the road.
I love it so much. So, yeah, we're talking right now. About
So
things.
we had a bit...
Yeah, free writer. Yeah, free writer for this.
Oh, yeah, the shit I brought. Fucking okay.
Isn't this like podcast material though?
This pre-ramble.
I don't think we can actually have a topic of shit that I read somewhere that Jay said that I'm probably misinterpreting and
Alright.
and quoting badly.
So let me make sure, because you said you don't really understand the
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Let me explain what I understand it as, which, by the way, every other miniatures company has a much more strict policy than Private Press had.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, they were like, basically do what you want. Like, that's literally their policy until now. So for over 10 years, they've been like, literally, we don't give a fuck. But to this, and they're also one of the companies that you cannot buy the stuff direct from them. They won't let you go online and buy Butcher 2 on their store and sell it to you and ship it direct, and you have to pay shipping. Like if you want to go to Games Workshop and buy whatever you want, they sell you at direct, which means they bypass the wholesaler, or which is the large distributors in the country like Alliance, and they bypass the game store. So in theory, let's say GW sells in-store discounts for 55% of retail. So a game store buys the product for 55% retail. Well, the wholesaler is probably buying it for 40 or 45%. So normally, let's say on a $100 purchase, they make $40. Well, when you buy it from them directly, not only are they getting their full price from it, so they're more than doubling their profit from the single item, they're also probably charging you shipping, or just compensating for the shipping they would have paid to the wholesaler, because the wholesalers aren't going to pay shipping. They're going to order in large enough quantities to not have to.
Okay.
So, they don't do that. So they only offer it through other retailers, other than bits and, like tournament kits and stuff. So the freeloader program says if you don't meaningfully give back to the community, basically, is what they say. Which, by that, they're implying you're not actually a game store. Or selling in a way that is a game store. Because when you buy your stuff online, that doesn't actually help anyone in specific. Because you're not helping the people that are receiving the product play the game. Because you're not offering them a place to play.
The logic
what
being,
they're meaning you to draw
the
from
logic
that.
being, yes, you are saturating the market with models. However, if there's no place to actually utilize a model
Right.
aside from your buddy's basement,
Right.
like the game is actually like a social dynamic. It actually does.
Exactly.
You need more than you and your friend who decided to buy the models. Because if it's just you and your friend, you play 3 times and you quit.
Right.
That's
And
how it
it's
works.
actually a big problem over in Europe. Is they basically have game clubs instead of game stores. So they'll have a group of like 20 to 30 people that basically decide we're going to throw in a monthly due to our game club, and the game club's going to rent space for us to play because we don't have a game store. Like, that's actually really popular around the world. I mean, not as much as game stores are, but like in America, like you can't fucking go to the city without finding 3 game stores, basically. Like, at least that's the way in the Midwest. Like, you can't fucking go anywhere. Like, our problem is we have too many.
I mean, you say that. I like all. No, that's not true. I don't like most game stores.
Anyway, so the concept is that you
I don't know.
cannot
There are
sell...
3 by my brother, and they're all actually comic book stores.
I mean, things are attracted to Jameson, though. He's a very big deal. Shout out to Jameson because I know he's listening.
He's probably not, and he's a dick.
Both those things are true.
Okay. So the free rider program says you can't sell current things that are being released at a deep discount. Basically limiting you to, I think it's 10% below.
Yeah, 10%.
You can't advertise a price on new products below 10%. Now, if you want to clear out old inventory or if you want to just have a big sale for the weekend, that's different. But if you have basically that's your regular price, basically what will end up happening as, in theory, punishment is you will receive new releases 6 months late or some determined amount of time.
Well, it's just
So, like the new Avatar sculpt that's coming out this month, they will, if you are...
that one?
That's a pre-release, but yes.
Yes, I happen to have it.
Very, very proud
Very
of you,
big
Spence.
deal.
You went to AdeptiCon.
And I bought a model. It was great. Can I get more clapping? Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, so what would happen if you start advertising that for 30% off to try and sell it as soon as it comes out, then you will not receive any more new releases until 6 months after the street date. So you can do it.
The logic behind it obviously being the company itself is trying to...
Because it's really hard on the game stores that need to order all this product in case people want it, and then you just order it on some wholesale website.
Everybody knows somebody like that where they bought their models all inexpensively online and then have gone and taken up store's tables and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play
Right.
here exclusively and never buy anything in the store. Which is a dick move. It goes back to, it's been written before. There are articles about it. We've said it before. You don't go somewhere and use the store and not support the store at all. It's literally a selfish dick move. So what I read was how over at Chain Attack, Jay, the owner of Discount Games Inc.,
People know who you're talking about.
shameless plug. You shut up and let me shamelessly plug Jay.
He's not a sponsor.
Yeah.
I did not. Okay, it doesn't matter.
We
if
should
he's
probably
not-
ask him to be a sponsor now.
Ooh. I don't think Jay cares. So,
We'll just get all that Warmachine money they're not sending anymore.
wait, Warmachine is not what? What?
They're not a thing anymore.
Call them.
Okay.
Call them
I
now.
will call Trent Dennison tomorrow morning.
You should call him.
I'm not going to do that.
He's gonna call Trent.
Do
Tell
it.
him I said hi. So, Jay, it was pretty much brought up on Reddit. Now this is me paraphrasing, me skimming the article. So, if I'm wrong, I don't give a fuck. So, the idea was somebody said it was backfiring in Privateer Press's face because I think it was Miniature Market flat out just saying, like, no, we don't care what you do. We're still going to sell things the exact way we always have. So, fuck you, go die in a fire. They didn't release anything saying specifically that, but that's the gist of what's going on. And then somebody, pointed out, it's like, well, it doesn't really make any sense at all for any of these web distributors to give a fuck what Privateer Press actually says. I mean, I get where Privateer Press is coming from. I guess. I mean, it makes complete sense, and I like the fact that they're standing by it. But Jay, however, said that the Friday either they announced it or immediately following they announced it, he adjusted his prices accordingly, so he would not even have a chance. So that very little likeliness that Discount Games Inc. would be flagged as one of those free rider companies. which because he supports the idea of it, the baseline idea of play in stores, support the community.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has the game store.
Yeah.
And Miniature Market is another big example, obviously, of like, I bought stuff from Miniature Market because, like, I wanted a bunch of galvanizers. They're selling for $6. Like, $6 for, like, Warjack is a stupid good price. So, obviously, I bought a bunch of them. But, it's probably a purchase I wouldn't have made if, like, I'm not going to go just randomly buy 12 galvanizers out of my local game store. Like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it over the course of time. But I think it's especially bad for Chain Attack, even if he wasn't on board with it as much as he seems to be, because they're in such a light from the public and the company because they're so active in the community. Like, I don't know who owns Miniature Market, or if he plays Warmachine, or if he goes to major conventions, talks to a lot of the members of the company.
Runs
on
a very informative, helpful podcast.
Right, like tell me one person that works at Project Press who doesn't know who Jay Larson is.
I
don't think that person exists.
Actually, bottom line, if you're listening to us and you don't know who Jay Larson is, that's
I would be very surprised, or at least vaguely know who he is.
Yeah, it's.
But how is that really fair to him to say that? Because he's in a position where I assume he's actually not against the change, but what would he be in kind of a situation where he just says, "I'm not going to do that"? Like, what does that say to Privateer Press? Like, it's probably the most famous online store as far as the Warmachine community is concerned. It might not be where everybody buys their stuff, but everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's Chain Attack.
Exactly, but what does that say is, like, so that puts Privateer Press in the situation where they have to come down on him, or literally no one will ever follow the rules.
I just like the fact that he did that, despite the fact he also did mention that since the price change, he's seen a plummet in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it's online, it makes sense, it's faceless sales. I mean, how many people are actually, really even, how many people are just looking online saying, cheapest, click yes.
Exactly, and he actually points out, one of the problems is that it's hard for the big people to get away with that, but when there's like Joe Schmo eBay store over here, what are they going to do to him? It's like, we flagged you as this person. It's like he just opens a new account with another distributor and starts doing it. Like, he doesn't care. He has no business. He has no customer base. He's just some guy selling out of his fucking back room at his house. So those people, like, are basically immune to the rule. But
I do respect the fact that Jay did just step up and do the right thing. No, I got a lot. I think that's the whole don't be a dick mentality and do it right and support the game, support the community. I mean, that means a lot. I mean, he is part of the community as opposed to just being a store, so him stepping up now. I think it's shitty that his sales are dropping. It's an online thing. I hope it's going to regulate itself, but...
Well, sales are dropping not only because of that's been announced and its prices went up, but obviously people are now not wanting to buy anything until they know what everything's
That's actually really bothering me right now.
No, like in the field test, like, nobody bought anything. It's like, because at worst you would just proxy something. Like, there was no rules. Like, everything was up in the air. Everything was written on fucking paper.
It's so fucking weird right now. Like, we were talking about it in the group meet. I am, like, completely trolling eBay and all these things. Because, like, bottom line, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad or if it's going to be good or bad.
I mean, I bought Jason's Legion Army for $30. Like,
that's exactly what I mean right now. Everybody is like,
fuck this. There's no way Lilo 2 makes it. No way. eBay everything.
If this is not going to be exactly what it was, I'm done. I'm selling all this shit. It's like, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. I'll buy it. Fuck you. I mean, my problem is I only like one army, so, and I own damn near all of it. So it's like I'm going to buy another Menoth army.
I just realized it's going to be really hard for Parker to Skype me without Skype.
If you deny me Parker.
I do this every time. He texts me and he's like, why aren't you answering your Skype? I'm like, why, it's not ringing. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's not on. I do that after like 20 minutes of him calling me. It doesn't appear that he's called me recently.
But we get to hear Parker say things.
Yeah.
All right.
God. Alright. We have to tell Parker before he starts talking about anything, I don't give a fuck about pointless speculation. I don't care. I hate it.
Then let's quit talking about it.
No,
So, Batman vs. Superman.
Did you see it?
Batman won.
Did he?
Yes.
Did he? Hold on, I have something for this. I saved it.
Oh, God.
I found that thing before you did. I combed through it.
What thing? Yes, it was wonderful.
No, okay, hold on. Neither of them win. Because I found this, which is a meme, so it's probably true.
Is that the thing on mine?
I found it before you did.
I think I might have copied it from you or something.
Yeah. The Flash once turned every radio on Earth in 1 stepposecond. In order to do that, he would be needing to travel approximately 500, and I'm going to just tell you how many commas there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 commas full of zeros times faster the speed of light.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's more than trillion, right?
I'm done hearing numbers. Are you
You
going to
can
say
travel
that they
through
both lost
time,
because the Flash
Brandon.
one?
It's 3 steps past trillion times the speed of light.
I imagine that's probably true.
I'm just saying neither of them win.
I mean, one of them had to bang Amy Adams.
Who's Amy Adams?
Amy Adams is the chick that played Lois Lane.
Oh, okay. She's okay.
Yeah, okay. If I'm Superman, I'm banging something much more than okay. I mean, I'm not...
She reminds me of, I think it's Pam Fisher is her name. The girl from The Office.
Yeah.
She was in Blades of Glory.
Basic and unlikable.
I always liked her. I don't know
That's
why.
what we call basic and unlikable. It's because the Ron Swanson part of your head, you see that and you think, yeah, I could easily get that. It's like you're already point in your life where you're all like, I'm going to order the chili fries because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Parker is calling me.
Is he? Tell him I said hi. How's my hair?
I am here. I am here. I am here.
We have
I'm here.
Parker?
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm
Parker.
here.
Hi, Parker.
Yeah.
We've
Yes,
covered all the important topics, so at this point we're just going to talk about how our week's been. Go ahead.
How are what?
How was your week?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
Parker, I have a very serious question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Alec Baldwin telling me to buy something is a legitimate reason for me to buy something?
No.
I'm asking Parker, not you.
That was Parker.
Oh, okay.
I'm just very good at ventriloquism over Skype.
Alec Baldwin
Yes.
telling you to buy something.
Yes.
You know what? I think if Alec Baldwin found a way to tell you to buy something, it's probably worth listening to.
See?
Like if the Alec Baldwin was like, "Hey, Spence."
If he
You should check this
specifically
out.
said your name and you knew he was talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
and the item was very affordable,
You know,
I would
I think-
consider it.
I think he went. You know, he really went through a lot of trouble. He probably has a vested interest in your success and enjoying the product. I think you should buy it.
all right.
Here's my used
I do not feel...
diamond-studded cock ring.
Well,
Spence.
when you say used,
I mean, someone tried it on.
is that increasing or decreasing the value?
If it's Alec Baldwin.
Oh, I already bought that.
Eric Barbarian.
So, Parker, I do have one thing that I'm going to try and say it yet again because now you're on. I really want to avoid pointless speculation of shit that we have no way to know anything about. As we're talking about that thing that's happening.
So don't just be making shit up.
It's like, I just really think that if they change this and change this and change this and change this and maintain these rules, then this will be cool. It's like, that's not a...
That is half the segment I want to talk
That's-
about later.
God
but
damn,
other
I'm
than
gonna
that,
kill
we
you.
won't do
What
it.
about the new abomination rules?
The new abomination rules.
the abomination rules?
I was actually I was going right there with it, too. I was going right there. Actually, no. Who said that shit earlier?
I thought I
Who said that shit earlier? I'm going to the fucking group me. That shit was classic. Was that Ryan that was
Who
saying
said
that shit? No, somebody was talking about
No, my favorite was when Ryan was like, "Hey, wait for the new war room," and that sentence had 9 like question marks and 3
Yeah.
plus signs in it. And we're like, "God damn it!"
No, somebody said something about, we're talking about the age of Signar, and then somebody said,
It is going to be the Age of Sigmar.
I'm completely okay with it.
He said, "If Vinter runs Signar, he's in."
Yeah. He said if Vinter takes control, he's in.
I'm
he's
so
in,
into
He's
that.
in like 10.
It was Ryan. Ryan said he's going to make Signar great again.
Yeah.
And build a wall and make Kaor pay for it. I
hear that.
love it so much.
did say
Parker, no ice. Get
I
rid of
want the ice. It's
They
so
have
good.
announced that they are at war with Kador.
Oh, really?
Really, I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
I mean, what are they fighting over really, though? I mean, is it land? No, because people in Kador don't want to live in Signar. People in Signar don't want to live in Kador. Is it riches? No, because they're both obviously rich enough to afford giant steam machines and billions in war.
You read the fluff on the Conquest, right?
I've actually never read anything except for the times you brought it up.
But I told you about this, right?
Who's Venter?
Vinter. He's the son
Nobody
of Magnus, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, they're
Yeah,
related.
he and Cain had a relationship. They went to the bathroom and they had a baby.
No, what? That's not physically possible.
I mean, I'm
You're
confident.
To be
Your
fair,
guys'
when Magnus
your guys'
became, he
knowledge
was
of
like
the fluff
13.
makes me mad.
Parker, I know a lot about the fluff.
Yes, but your willful disregard.
Parker, if you come to me for any type of actual knowledge, that's your fault, not mine.
I'm going to spin my fists in front of me. If you run into them, it is your fault.
Exactly. Okay, Pi, I'm going to keep doing this. And if you get eaten, that's your fault.
Okay, so just pointing out that after the video, I don't know, did you watch the teaser video?
Yeah, I was bored as fuck.
Jeremy, you watched the videos. Parker,
Yes, I
did you watch
posted
the
that
video?
image.
Hold on.
Yes, I did watch the video.
So, the image where Magnus and Stryker are standing opposite each other on the screen, did you see that?
Yes.
The very end, like where
Yeah, the very
they're
end.
both
One
facing-
side is Magnus, one side is Stryker. And
but they're
just,
facing forward, obviously, at the same thing, like they're fighting.
Right, they're like
Yeah.
kind of like looking towards the center of a battle.
They're watching you,
Right.
the person who's looking at the
Right,
screen.
right. So, the first comments I saw on the video, like underneath the video, was, why are Stryker and Magnus working together now? And I was like, how do you draw that conclusion from that video? Like, that's all you have to say? What freaking idiot says that?
And that's clearly new artwork of Magnus the Traitor.
I don't know what you're talking about. Because clearly they're bros now. Like, Stryker
I mean,
and
he's not a
Magnus.
traitor.
He has a headband.
Like, they found out that they both enjoy karate in the garage, and they're like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You think that's how they would bond? I'm
Karate
pretty sure
in the
that's how it
garage.
works.
Yeah, bro.
I think Magnus would be working out and then like, spot me, bro. Come on. Spot me. Spot me. Oh,
Yeah, and then
You're invincible, bro.
and
Yeah,
Stryker's over there.
Striker's like, what, bro? What? Oh, something fell on you.
Stryker's over there combing his orange hair.
Which, by the way, I don't trust any gingers. None of them.
Why
Not
would
one.
you?
I don't. I just
Well,
want to
they
point out.
don't have souls.
That's just a good life
I mean,
choice.
neither do many undead things, and I trust them more than I trust gingers.
Right, but see, most undead things originally had a soul.
That's probably true. They were vessels.
That's why you can get along with hookers.
I mean,
Because they had a soul.
Originally, they had a soul.
I get along with
Unless they're ginger hookers.
I get along with hookers because of my
Whoa.
heritage.
Whoa.
That's like a demon.
Whoa!
So
That's a succubus, sir.
okay, so let's not pre-ramble anymore. Let's actually get into this because at
Whoa,
some
whoa,
point
whoa.
tonight I have to go
All right,
outside.
welcome to
Whoa,
L2
whoa,
Wargame.
Whoa, whoa,
We're
whoa,
missing
whoa.
gold here.
It's all
Let's-
chill, bro.
Parker,
Calm down.
Parker's here. Parker.
I'm here.
So I think we need to revitalize everybody's interest in the Crawford cheat stick because really Mark III coming out is going to be a very
Yeah.
big deal, and they need to understand that
How else-
they're still going to need non-precision measuring tools.
That's right. If you really think
Actually,
about it, if your opponent pre-measures to make sure they're outside of your
Yeah.
7.5-inch threat range, and then you measure it on your turn, I don't remember you measuring
I'm
it.
just saying.
I'm just saying
I mean,
it's in right now.
Pre-measuring
It's
does
my-
not
it's-
stop that you need to have tools that are either grossly or mildly out of spec.
There's definitely a reason I carry 2 spray templates with me.
I mean, no, this you measure with this one.
Well,
No,
right.
you measure. No.
Yeah, I
measure-
give one to my opponent, and I keep the other one.
So the Crawford cheat stick is still widely available through many retailers, including Walmart,
Oh.
Target.
Oh, you don't have a blast template? Here's a blast template. I have a blast template.
Yeah.
No, here you go. Let's use
Why do you
these.
think I always scatter my opponent's AoEs for them?
Yeah. I'm scattering this
Spence
to
is
the
like,
7.
oh my god.
That motherfucker! Actually, every time I
Well,
beat you, it's
since
by a
you rolled
lucky
a-
scatter. So, thank you for giving me the wins.
I was going to say, since you rolled a 3 and a 4, I'm going to scatter it to the 7.
Actually, my favorite thing is
Why
like,
does yours have
despite
a
the
7?
fact that I scatter that many, I still don't have it memorized. Like, dude, watching Tom do it,
It's
like,
clockwise.
Tom's the only person I've
Think
seen
of a clock.
actually pay attention to do this, but he was all like looking, he's like, oh, it's over here, this far. He just moved it and like, yeah, that's perfect. How did you do that? He just knows it. Maybe you pay attention, but I don't.
Just for the people that can't see my face looking at Spence, I'm surprised.
I just don't use
Brandon,
tools.
stop doing the squinty eyes.
Aww. So, we do have the Crawford cheat stick still available, just in case. In multiple sizes. 7 3/4, 7 5/8.
And for a nominal fee, you can actually just hire Cody, and he'll come and measure things.
He'll
for
come
you.
and measure everything for you.
Cody's actually exceptionally nice. He'll come and do it for you.
You'd be like, they won't even suspect him. That's the problem.
Oh no,
He's
you,
so
just,
nice.
you just keep him on your opponent's side, and then he'll be like, "I'll measure."
I'm
10
actually
inches
thinking
for you."
also, I think the pre-measuring is going to assist with the Pearson Rage Scale.
Hey, Parker. I
Yep.
thought we talked about this.
I love it.
I love it.
All right,
All right.
Rogue One trailer.
It has that one chick in it, so I'm really into it.
I did have actually a really important question about that. Who the fuck cares? The movie
Apparently,
hasn't come out for like 3.5 million years. Like, who the fuck cares?
Have you seen what she
people
looks like?
on the internet, Brandon.
Felicity Jones, dude, I could just watch her breathe heavily, and that would be like the entirety of my life. I don't care what else she does.
Did you see the ultimate dad joke?
I mean, Parker,
It's-
plug your ears.
Right, it's the script from where Kylo Ren is talking to Han Solo on the bridge.
Yes.
And he goes up, he's like, I'm being torn apart, and then it goes into captions and says,
I saved this.
Read it, because the captions are actually really important.
I'll bring it up.
You saved it?
Yep, down
Why
my
isn't it up?
Facebook, because my phone is slow. Okay, Kylo says, I'm being torn apart, and Han Solo says, and this is parentheses, visibly struggling with profound and painful conflict. He is silent for a long time, breathing audibly in the empty space. Then the struggle is over, and he has lost himself to something he hates in himself, something stronger than his will. He speaks, Hi, being torn apart. Kylo goes, No. Han says, I'm dead.
That almost killed me at work today.
I'm being torn apart.
I'm dead.
Okay, I found this picture and I put it up. I think everybody needs to understand, like, that's my life goal. I found this, like, somebody just put a picture up, and it's like, it's obviously news headline. Like, somebody took a picture of a news headline, and it's police report. Man arrested for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly zoomed in, so that's all you can see, but...
It's fucking amazing. The implication, like, yep, I want to be that guy. Like,
have you watched Rick and Morty yet?
Actually, I found out that one I saw is actually fan-made. It says at the end of it.
No, I know. But did you watch the actual show
No.
yet? God damn
If you
it.
have any idea, there's new episodes of Grey's out, and I hate that show, so suffering through it is difficult. I'm like 10 years in,
At least
okay?
I watch the good shows before I go back to my shitty shows.
It's not my shit. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Stop.
I can't. I'm 10 years in. The show's been on forever.
I will tie you to a sink, and you will not watch the Greys. How about that?
My sink face is Grey's.
Not your sink. The
Brandon.
sink I throw in the ocean.
As long as you don't chain him to a radiator and grape him for years.
Great. We'll take you to the basement and grape you for decades and decades.
What really pisses off my girlfriend right now is, like, I have the Amazon Echo thing sitting there, and I talk to it instead of her, and I tell it to tell her things. She gets so fucking mad. She's unplugged it and knocked it over multiple times.
I can't imagine why.
One of our roommates was cleaning our upstairs bathroom, and he unplugged Max's, like, cone of Amazon, whatever it is, the thing that talks to you.
Sorry, Max.
So he unplugs it, he finished cleaning, he plugs it back in and starts talking to him, and it freaked him out. He thought it was like Skynet. Like, he doesn't know what that thing is. Like, he doesn't use the internet, so...
He doesn't use the internet?
I don't know. I've never seen him use the internet.
That's... Actually, not having a computer at home for years now, it's like, it's really
So,
actually...
wait, you have it in the bathroom?
Max put it in the back.
Awesome. You can get so much work done on the chitter.
Right?
That thing's amazing.
All right.
So I guess we'll do an intro now?
No, hold on.
No.
Parker.
Max, do you want to get in on this?
So,
You good? No,
Max will
Max.
do background commentary.
Spence,
That's me.
I'm sending you something because I know you'll believe in it.
I believe in you.
It's coming to your phone now.
Okay, I'm
Now.
holding onto my phone right now.
I have you now.
It's not happening right now. Parker, I want you to know with my history, I can't deal with much disappointment.
There was this one time he got a green lollipop instead of a red one.
Holy shit, did you text me? I didn't know we had each other's numbers. Let's see. Parker, no subject.
Oh, did you get a tattle?
I saw that!
You've seen this one?
Yes. This is a wonderful picture. It dictates the Skywalkers. Anakin
Oh, I saw that,
loses
yeah.
a hand. Luke loses a hand. Leia loses Han. And yes, she's missing the D2.
I like
she
that
has
one
a
a lot.
dick now.
Are you looking at the meme above it from a long time ago?
Did I forget this one?
My finances are not a fucking game, Jessica.
What is this?
That's so amazing.
I sent Spence this a long time ago.
That's almost as good as you're going to fucking jail, Craig. Do you remember
My
that one?
finances are not a fucking game, Jessica.
Okay, so it has this golden lab at the bank, like its
And he's
paws
got
up
his
on
paws up on the counter like he's talking to a bank teller.
and it says like, yes, hello, I'd like to make a deposit, and they actually did like hyphens and
D dash pause.
Yeah, and she's like, that's funny. He's like, my finances are not a fucking game, Jessica. It's so perfect. Actually, Parker, did you see that Elmo Trump one I saw? I sent you a picture of it was Elmo and Trump.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, let me see. Where the fuck was this? I can find these girls. It was a Facebook message I sent to you.
A Facebook message.
Yep.
Let me use the Facebook to determine the
It has a
message.
picture of Elmo wearing a suit, like obviously in Congress, and it says, "Sheriff, you think Elmo will make a better president than Donald Trump?" And I put a rock in a hard place.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Right now we have a segment with Parker and I reminiscing of pictures that we've sent one another in the past, and we're describing them. If you don't-
This is
Great
This is a
podcasting,
podcast.
guys. Yeah.
But what's going on?
the best thing is I'm going to listen to this later.
yeah.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Your dick can shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No, you got to go with his face.
Your face's dick can shut up.
Oh god.
Yes, it's
I
going to be
almost
one of those.
wasted a mouthful of Boulevard. I would have kicked your ass.
I like looking at really heavily touched up and cinematic cosplay pictures. It's like, I want to explain to people that that's not cosplay anymore.
That's just, you know, like,
Photography is all it is.
it's more just Photoshop.
I love Photoshop.
You saw the video where the guy turns a pizza into a supermodel, right?
I love it.
like it's a reverse video of like 30 hours of Photoshop work, and it looks like this super hot chick in a bikini, and it's like, and then it just plays backwards, and it clearly just starts off as a slice of pizza, and then you're like, oh my god, I just masturbated to a slice of pizza.
I've done worse. I've done worse today. And I worked 12 hours.
That's probably true.
Yes, sir.
Spence, I'm sending you something else. It's not a meme. It's just an amazing little comic.
Okay, I'm going to read
It's
this.
just a dick pic. Because he has plenty of
And after
those.
this one, we're going to do intros. So we can talk
Parker,
about
did I show you the
the
one where
top
the
secret thing that's coming out.
where the canine officer is swearing in on the stand?
Yes, I have seen that one.
That one
Yes.
is amazing. He's got this look in his eyes like, you're going to fucking jail, Greg. But Greg did something bad.
You're going to fucking jail.
Going to fucking jail, Greg.
Do you like that, Spence?
It's so amazing. Darkness envelops me. Oh, by the way, remind me to explain to you my next tattoo is going to be amazing. It's so douchey. Oh my god.
Is it just tribal? Because I like how tribal mostly has penises in it.
There was an artist in the 80s named Jean-Baptiste Michael Bust. I keep fucking
Mountain Dew
some
Camacho.
ghetto dude who like died of heroin overdose in New York. Like he ran away at 15 because his parents were bad or something. I
No
can't
one cared
remember.
about him.
Yeah,
we're
it's
moving on.
like normal shit. And like he has this really shittily drawn crown that I'm getting. God, it's so tacky. I cannot wait. Let's see. We're gonna do intros at some point, but you guys can see this fucking picture.
You have to link this in the show notes.
Okay.
The trashy crown picture that Spence is going to have tattooed on his face.
This is gonna be amazing.
That's going to be on your face, right?
No, I'm getting on my left arm because I have to have something on my ultra fucking ripped bicep. Yeah.
Are you going to get a tattoo of a butt on your butt?
I wasn't going to. My girlfriend's currently trying to get a tattoo of a pickle eating a pickle. Like an anthropomorphic pickle eating a pickle.
Have you seen the tattoos that incorporate body hair into the tattoo?
I love it, but no.
They're pretty good. Until you zoom out and realize what you're actually looking at. The best one was... Yeah, I've seen that. The best one is it's the Jesus' face, and then it's got this flowing brown beard,
Oh,
and then you zoom out and it's a woman's crotch. And you're like, who did that? Who took the 30 hours to tattoo that on some girl?
Genius!
I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy the picture, but
There's one of like some girl's crotch where her pubes would typically be, they tattoo like a baby girl.
mm-hmm.
So it's like an infant with just like if you're fucking her, you're fucking the infant. It's so creepy looking.
I was gonna say it's like
My
if you went on a date with somebody and then you get back to your house and she has a tattoo of Jesus on her vagina, like I don't know where it goes from there.
Okay, I'm just
flip
saying,
her
like,
around.
let's be honest with ourselves, okay? You're at that point with a chick, and you go down there and there's some really creepy, weird tattoo.
you're not going.
Yeah, are you stopping? Like, you're like, oh no, moral
just-
high ground, I'm done.
You just turn
You're
the
in it
lights
to win
on.
it at that
Like,
point.
we're fucking nerds. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. If we put in this kind of effort, like, I paid for dinner already, she's at my place, pants are off, I'm down there. I mean, it
Well-
could have some
well-
serious teeth or tentacles, and I'm probably gonna push it to the side and go to town, okay?
The sexual revolution has taught me one thing. The chick can buy dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, usually they're not
Because if they're like, "Are you not gonna pay?" I'm like, "That's sexist."
old. You know the girls I date.
Well, that's fine. I mean, they can't afford
There are
dinner
child labor
because
laws.
yeah, they can't legally have a job.
Which is actually awkward, too, because it's a double-edged sword. One, child labor laws prevent them from being prostitutes. Two, I can't just pay them for sex. It's like it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it at all.
Parker! Stop it! You are killing me.
Stop what?
You're eating ice.
Yeah.
Or chips. Either is wrong.
Ooh, you have chips, Parker?
I'm eating ice.
What kind of chips are they?
It is a delight.
They are ice chips.